welcome back. Today is the fourth and final video of my houseplant tour, the lounge edition, and I'm very excited to film this. This is where I keep majority of my houseplants, and I'm just gonna jump right into it because it might be a little bit long. Okay, so in the back corner here I have my Sansevieria. Seems to be happy there. It hasn't grown, but then again it doesn't get a heck of a lot of light in that corner. Coming up to here is my lipstick plant. Now this guy actually started as a few cuttings off my good friend Maddie, and I just have cut and propagated and replanted as it grows long to create this beautiful long hanging plant here. And then above that I have my jade pothos. I really love this guy, eh? Okay, and then moving along to here, so this is my silver satin pothos, which I keep in this jar. And I have actually got this guy to shingle. So that's kind of how they grow in the wild. They're a shingling plant. And I'm going to do a future video on how I've made the pole tip for it to shingle on and just the process I did to create that guy. Moving along here is a Sansevieria. I'm unsure of the specific type of Sansevieria it is, but it is really funky, really small, and it actually had mealybugs, so for the purpose of this video I've brought it out of quarantine just to show you where he normally lives, but I'm kind of battling with mealybug at the moment on this guy. And moving down here I have my Hoya serpens, and it has a ton of new growth. Like this is all new growth, this is new growth, so seems to be loving it. Obviously gnats are an issue. Moving along here I have a beautiful little marble queen pothos, and if you watched my propagation video you would have saw that this is the one I propagated, and now it has a new growth shoot there, a growth shoot over there, and it did have another one. I kind of snapped it off when I was vacuuming on accident. Yeah, it is so beautiful. And next to that I have my rabbit's foot fern, and as you can see his little feet are escaping the pot. The biggest mistake people make with the rabbit's foot fern is they overwater it because they think fern, they think moist, it needs lots of water, but these guys are actually epiphytes, hence why their little rhizomy furry feet come out of the pot like that. So they actually don't like being overwatered. Moving along here is another lipstick plant. Now this guy I bought as a plant, one of those really small little baby house plants you can buy. And this little set of pots that they are in, I got that from the op shop as well, came with the saucer, so that's pretty cool. Moving along here, this is my bird of paradise plant, which again I have in a thrifted basket. Yeah, so since I've had it, it's put out these two new leaves, so it's happy here. Moving over, so this little table here, it's mainly got all my Hoyas on it, and this is a bit of a temporary setup. So here we've got string of pearls. We have my fishtail Hoya, which has two new leaves there, two new leaves there. Absolutely love this plant. It's so beautiful and has a really nice splash variegation to it. Here I have my little baby Hoya linearis, I think it's said. Here is my Hoya obovata. It's got two new leaves there and some beautiful splash variegation as well. There I have a Hoya casei, I think, and it has some new growth there, which is exciting. Hoya Crimson Princess, and if you can see that little red nub down in there, it should be a new stem, so that's exciting. Here I have my Hoya longifolia, which I actually got off a girl off Instagram, Becky. She has a YouTube account as well. It is Little Life Workshop, I think. I have this Hoya Crimson Princess, which I got off another girl off Instagram. I do a lot of plant swaps and plant trades, so this is how I've mainly acquired most of my houseplants. Here I have a Hoya Nicholsonia. I don't know. This guy is really long and huge. It has a new little leaf here, which is exciting. I really like the pattern, the veining on these Hoya's leaves. At the front here I have a peperomia. I do know the name of this, but it's not coming to my brain at the moment. In the front here I have this beautiful Hoya Kirii, which I got as a cutting as well. It was just a single leaf cutting, and it has grown this leaf last summer, and yeah, I really love that one. This guy here is a Hoya publicalis. It has 2 little new leaves, so that is exciting as well. I have a Peperomia scandens, which is loving life. I got this as a cutting trade off Instagram as well. The back here I have a Hoya compacta. This guy has struggled quite a bit, to be honest, so I've kind of just leaving it to do its thing. I don't want to touch it or annoy it too much. In that glass dome I have my Philodendron Pink Princess. It seems to be absolutely loving the humidity in there. I don't really want to take the glass dome off because it's a bit of a pain to try and get it back on. This guy here is loving life. This is my Hoya Carnosa Splash. Has lots of cool variegation. A really giant leaf, like this leaf is huge. Not that you can really see. And this guy in the back, ooh. This guy's really cool. They call it a cocoon succulent or cocoon plant. Right, moving on to the bottom shelf, I have a string of buttons. I have another little baby Sansevieria. I have a Paleonia rapens. I have a aloe vera at the back. I've got this cutting, which has been in this glass dome for so long. I'm never going to be able to get it out, but it seems pretty happy. And here I just have a whole lot of golden pothos cuttings, and this, I actually really like this leaf here. So this is a nice beautiful white leaf, and by the looks of it, it is going to produce another predominantly white leaf, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, another little Sansevieria. This is the bird's nest Sansevieria, and that cutting under there is a cutting or a pup from this little guy. This is a variegated Ficus Benjamin. He's just chilling on the floor while I do my renovations. This table of plants here again is temporary until I build my plant shelf. So I've just got a couple of chain of hearts. I have a string of dolphins there. I have 2 watermelon peperomia there. I have a little peperomia polybotria. This is a burrow's tail, peperomia caparata, peperomia jellybean, and a peperomia pixie. So I really love peperomias and Hoya. I collect them both. This is a Hoya Teddy. I really love how that guy's growing up there. This is a Hoya Fungi, a recent plant purchase. At the back there is a Peperomia maculosa. I have a pot full of golden pothos cuttings there. Here I have another Peperomia. This is a Peperomia something, P, starts with P. And I just have my aloe vera there. And then growing in some water at the moment is this beautiful cutting. So this is a Syngonium chiapense, or chiapence, however you pronounce it. So yeah. And then in this sunny window, I have my variegated string of pearls, which is beautiful. Let me bring it out of the light. So yeah, that's my variegated string of pearls, which started as 2 measly little cuttings. If you follow me on my Instagram, which is Wildvine.Plants, you would have seen the cuttings when I first got them, and it was literally 2 tiny little strands, and I've just wrapped and pinned them down each time, and now I have a beautiful full pot. I'll just show you. So this is my little makeshift greenhouse, which you would have saw in my previous video, and on top of that I have another Monstera adansonii. This has beautiful big leaves, beautiful big dusty leaves there, and next to that is, oh, my baby. I mean, look at the size of those leaves. I love this one. This is a Scindapsus Pictus exotica. You exotic girl, you exotic. So moving along, down here I have 2 Sansevieria. I have a Sansevieria moonshine, and this is the beautiful little pup it has produced. And next to that I have another pot of Sansevieria, which I got from my mom. So at the front here, this beautiful big beast is a Maranta tricolor, and as you can see it has a lot of brown tips, so it does not like my tap water. But I have recently, because it's winter here in New Zealand, I've recently started collecting rainwater to give to this guy, and its new leaves are showing, well, apart from that one, showing no sign of browning tips, so it must be loving the, same with these ones, must be loving the rainwater opposed to the tap water. Up here I have another golden pothos, which I have left to trail along and up my shelf, which I am digging. I'm loving that. Behind that here in a jar I have an behind that in this jar I have an asparagus fern. Next to that I have a baby Sansevieria moonshine, which I got off that plant I just showed you before. Trailing to the side here is a Tradescantia zebrina. It's getting a bit bare up the top, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it all back, propagate it, and start again. Next to that up there I have a cissus, or a grape leaf ivy. And next to that we have a Boston fern. Now this guy I actually got out of my compost bin as a tiny little plant, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to plant that, and now it's huge. So yeah. Woo! We're done. That was a lot. My mouth is, I'm tired. You guys are champions for making it this far. Cheers. Thank you for watching. That was the final of my houseplant tour. I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini series. I really enjoyed filming it. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.